Okay, real quick, my other videos, I proved that the universe is actually uh, a sphere, a cone-shaped uh, um, rotating sphere or tube or cylinder in this case. So the cylinder, which is a cone-shaped universe spinning. Anyway, the point is that because the universe is actually spinning, the universe is a sphere cylinder and it's not flat. It's like when the old days they say the Earth was flat. Obviously, we know now they were wrong because the Earth is round. So also the universe is not flat. It's actually a cylindrical. It's a cylinder, cone-shaped, um, taper at the beginning of the Big Bang, and as time went by, the sphere cylinder is larger and larger as time goes by. Anyway, the point is that let's say, give me a second real quick. Okay, we know, as scientists know this, and this is true, that the universe and the galaxies are separating faster than the speed of light. I believe that the universe itself is actually spinning faster than the speed of light. That's just a theory. Anyway, the spinning motion of this universe is spinning so fast that creates its own centrifugal gravity that pulls the planets toward the fabric of time and space, which is actually a real fabric. Shape of a cylinder, and it's taper at the end. In other words, a cylindrical cone-shaped universe. Anyway, if you travel any rockets or even rockets or any planets or stars or galaxies, they have to go float around inside the cylinder of the universe. So they have to float. They cannot fly upwards. The only thing that can fly upwards right now is when you have two colliding black holes. When you have two black holes colliding, it creates a jet stream and it shoots all the way straight into the center of the universe, or basically the void, and it could go into the other side of the universe. Also, when you have colliding black holes, it creates ripples along the skin of the fabric of time and space, where everything is spinning, floating. I'm sorry, floating like planets are floating on top of it, galaxies are floating on top of it, even traveling vehicles such as spacecraft, rockets, everything is floating on top of the fabric of time. But the jet stream colliding from two black holes, it shoots a powerful jet stream into the center of the cylinder, and this is where the void is. Anyway, if you instead of going to your right or to your left or to your front or to the back or 360 degree in the horizontal plane along parallel to the fabric itself, if you travel that parallel, obviously because you're floating on top of the fabric, obviously you're going to travel that distance. But if you travel above the sun, on top of the sun, on top of all the galaxies, in other words, you try to go to the center, if you can find a technology that drives us as powerful as the jet stream of the two colliding black holes that shoots into the center of the sphere or cylinder, if you have something that goes on top of the sun, not in the sun, I'm saying just go on top of the sun toward the center of the cylinder, then what happens is since the cylinder is just spinning in one direction, I'm not sure which direction, it could be this way or this way. Let's pretend it's going this way and spinning faster than the speed of light this way. So if you have a rocket, or in this case you have a aircraft that uses a solar sail, the energy from the sun will push it all the way to as far as it can. But if you get away from the planets, which has its own gravity, and you get away from the fabric itself of time and space, actually time will slow down. If you go away from the planets and away from the fabric of time and space, time will slow down to the center of the cylinder. But anyway, as you go up to the center, remember the cylinder is spinning, right? Spinning this way. And if you go just above and away from this spinning motion, obviously, let's say you're here and you get higher, right? The cylinder is going to go this way. So as it spins and you go higher, by the time you realize it, this sun will actually be up here somewhere. the location. Everything's going to be spinning. Remember, at the same time, synchronized. The whole universe is going to be spinning. So if you start out here and you get high enough above the sun toward the center of the cylinder, then everything's spinning so fast, the speed of light or whatever the velocity is. So as it's spinning so fast and you go higher, by the time you realize it, the whole thing, you're still floating up, but the whole thing just spins. So before you realize it, the sun's over here, and then the whole thing's moving synchronized. The whole galaxy universe with all the galaxies in it, planets, is spinning so fast. So if you go to the center, you realize that underneath your feet, in this case all the galaxies, they're spinning underneath your feet. So so if you go just high enough, you realize everything has already moved so fast. So that's my theory. That's another way to travel faster than speed of light, is basically go above the sun or galaxies upward motion, and let the galaxies underneath your feet travel a faster than speed, because the whole universe is spinning a high velocity. And if you get away from the planets and get away from the fabric of time and space, which is the skin of it, the fabric itself spinning motion, and you go up to upward motion using the sun's energy, you realize that the whole place just moved so fast underneath your feet that you travel this way, right here. So everything spins this way. So now you're closer to the black hole in this case than this is the black hole. I'm just saying that. So just think of it. It's like jumping. You jump, and then your floor just moves. The whole thing moves, and then when you land over here. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's just like, imagine you jumping on a moving surface. So you jump. Let's say you jump, and then by the time you land, your whole floor just moved underneath you by itself, and then when you land somewhere else. So even though the cylinder itself is spinning at faster than speed of light, when you land light years away, and it doesn't take a lot of energy because you're just getting away from the sun, and just barely in that moment you actually get away from all that gravity from the planets and solar system and the galaxies, and then get away from the gravity itself from the fabric of time and space. The whole floor underneath you, the whole universe, which is a fabric of time and space, is actually spinning at so fast that by the time you're landing in a different location, light years away. In my other videos, I proved to you guys using Hubble telescope pictures, because the telescope pictures show you that the galaxies are at a different angle, and each angle represents where the location of each galaxy in the sphere skin of the fabric of time and space where they're actually located at. So using the Hubble telescope pictures, it proves to you that the universe is actually a cylinder, and more likely a cone-shaped cylinder. Anyway, there you go, guys.